in the red, Babak Noursad of Iran in the blue. And we picked this up at the start of the second of two 3-minute periods. The score, Chris, tied at 1.
Well, and that score is a little bit surprising. I figured Noursad would be a little bit ahead at this point. Matsunaga not quite as experienced. Noursad is world silver medalist here. We see Matsunaga in on a nice single leg position, trying to get Noursad down to the mat in a scoring position. Here we see the two wrestlers fighting for position. Matsunaga wants to get behind, and at this point, Noursad's doing everything he can to prevent that.
This is all about control. Points awarded based on control and then maintaining control of your opponent. No scoring in that flurry, still 1-1 here in the second period.
Had Matsunaga been able to get behind Noursad, he would have scored 1 point. Here we see Noursad now in on the legs. Matsunaga trying with a crotch lift counter. It's hard to tell if he scored 2 points there. If the back gets exposed, 2 points are scored. We'll have to see how the referees are seeing this. Sometimes it's really difficult to tell.
A series of moves here by Matsunaga. He is in control. We'll wait for the points to come up on the board.
So the score was 3-1. They gave Matsunaga 2 points there on that counter. And it looks like another possible 2 points here.
The back does get exposed for 2 more points. Matsunaga, 22 years old, a student at the Nippon Sports Science University. And Babak, a 23-year-old. He is a phys ed major in Iran. 5-1 Matsunaga.
Well, and here Noursad's thinking, what's going on here? I thought I scored 2 points a couple times. As I said earlier, it's very tough sometimes to figure out who scored 2. Noursad figured that because he had the leg, he was the one scoring 2. He's a little bit disappointed here with himself, but even more disappointed with how the referees have scored that.
This is called the parterre position, Chris.
Well, and this happens when the wrestlers go out of bounds in this position. They come back and they start in the center in that same position. That was a huge, huge flurry for Matsunaga. Pretty tough for Babak to come back from 5-1, especially when it's been such a close match all along.
Matsunaga trying to expose the back of Noursad.
If there's no scoring, no action in that position, the referee stops the match. They start the wrestlers back up on their feet. The whole idea is for action.
Just over 1 minute left in period number 2, the gold medal match in the men's 55-kilogram division. Matsunaga of Japan leads Noursad of Iran 5-1. The onus now on Noursad to attack and score.
Well, and he's got to score big points. He's got to score at least 5 points to tie it up. Pretty tough to do when it's been such a close match. Matsunaga here is going to want to just keep the pressure on him. Don't take any chances. Keep moving forward. He'll get penalized if he moves backward too much.
An impressive performance here by Matsunaga in his first major senior international tournament.
Well, and they were warning Noursad earlier not to be pushing the head, not to do headbutting. He kept on doing it. Now they give a caution to Noursad and 1 point for Matsunaga. Again, this is huge at this stage of the mat. Matsunaga can keep him down here for 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. It depends on how long, how much it can make it look like he's actually trying something. Kills a lot of time, and it's going to be just about impossible to come back from here.
It's a commanding 6-1 lead for Matsunaga. The referee will call the wrestlers to their feet. Just 34 seconds left.
The referee's role is also to prevent injuries, and there they were saying Matsunaga had Noursad in a dangerous position, so that's why they stopped it.
Matsunaga now staying on the outside, near the center. Just out of the reach of Noursad as he attacks.
And losing those 4 points earlier in this period is really makes it difficult. Now Noursad has to take a lot of chances. He has to get out of his comfort zone, attack in a way that he's not used to attacking. Very difficult here.
Noursad second at last year's World Championships. He will be second at the World University Games as well. The champion in the 55-kilogram division is Tomohiro Matsunaga in the red from Japan.
Well, Matsunaga should be really happy with that match. He wrestled very smart, very solid match. Really nice technique. Here we see the flurry of points being scored here. 2 points weren't scored there. His back wasn't exposed yet. They keep on going. It looks to me like 2 points were scored here. And what Noursad was upset about was he thought he scored 2 points right there.
Because he had the leg. However, 6-1, Matsunaga, your champion in the 55 kilogram men's division.